Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Abincio Macampao Salutan, taking up a Bachelor of Secondary Education major in Filipino. This is the continuation of our report, which is the Batas Pambansa bilang 232 or an act providing for the establishment and maintenance of the integrated system of education. I'll be the one to discuss the Section 6 to Section 9. Let us discuss the Section 6, the definition and coverage. So, what is the educational community? So, when we say educational community, it refers to those person or a group of persons as such or associated institutions involved in organized teaching and learning system. So, the educational community is a group of persons who involve teaching and learning systems. So, they are the persons or individuals committed or belong to the educational community. So, those are the following. So, the first one is the parents. The second one is the students. The third one is the school personnel. And the last one is the school. And now let us discuss the members and the elements of educational community. The first one is the parents. Parents or guardians or the head of the institution or foster home which has custody of the pupil or the student. The second one is the students. Students or those enrolled in and who regularly attend an educational institution of secondary or higher level of or a person engaged in formal study. Pupils are those who regularly attend a school of elementary level under the supervision and tutelage of a teacher. The students, so those are who enrolled at the secondary and tertiary or in a higher level of education, while the pupils, those are who regularly attend or who enrolled at the elementary level. So they are under at the supervision of a teacher. Third one is the school personnel. School personnel are all persons working for an educational institution, which includes the following. The first one is the teaching or academic staff. Teaching or academic staff are all persons engaged in actual teaching and or all research assignments either on full-time or part-time basis in all levels of the educational system. So the teaching or academic staff, so they are the one who engage the actual teaching. So for example, the teachers or the researchers. So the second one is the school administrators. So school administrators are all persons occupying policy implementing positions having to do with the function of school in all levels. So the school administrator, so they are the one who works in administration. So they are the one who manage the school policy. They are also the one to implement the rules and regulation of the school. The third one is the academic non-teaching personnel or those persons holding some academic qualification and performing academic function directly supportive of teaching. So the academic non-teaching personnel, so they are in charge to hold the qualification of the students if it is accepted to enroll or not. So they are also perform the function to support the teaching. Example, the registrars, librarian, guidance counselors, researchers, research assistants, research aides, and the similar staff. And the last one is the non-academic personnel or all other school personnel not falling under the definition and coverage of teaching and academic staff, school administrator, and academic non-teaching personnel. And the last member of the educational community is the school. Schools are institutions recognized by the state which undertake educational operations or a place where instruction is given where people learn. So those are the elements and the members of the educational community. And now let us discuss the section 7, which is the community participation. Every educational institutions shall provide for the establishment of appropriate bodies through which the members of the educational community may discuss relevant issues and communicate information and suggestions for assistance and support of the school and for the promotion of their common interest. Representatives from each subgroup of the educational community shall sit and participate in these bodies, and the rules and procedures of which must be approved by them are duly published. So the educational institutions must have an appropriate bodies or educational community to discuss the relevant issues and communicate informations, and the community can give assistance to the school. So for example, we are now facing a pandemic, so the school and the community can build their own strong relationship to assist the school to implement the new mode of learning. So the school implements some rules and regulations with the help of the community. So as what we have see right now, so the school and the community has their own good relationship to continue the educational system or the education of their children, so despite of this pandemic. Now let us proceed to the chapter 2, which is the rights. First one is section 8, rights of parents. In addition to the other rights under existing laws, parents who have children enrolled in school shall have the following rights. The first one is the right to organize by themselves and or with the teachers for the purpose of providing a forum for the discussion of matters relating to the purpose program and for ensuring the full cooperation of parents and teachers in the formulation and efficient implementation of such programs. Parents has the rights to organize or ask a forum to teachers to discuss something which is related to the school program, in where the parents and teachers has their cooperation to implement the program they organize. The second one is the right to access to any official record directly relating to the children who are under their parental responsibility. So parents has also the right to access the record of the children under to their parental responsibility, for example, the academic performance and the grades of the students. Let us proceed to section 9, which is the right of children who are under their parental responsibility. So parents has also the right to access the record of the children under to their parental responsibility, for example, the academic performance and the grades of the students. Let us proceed to section 9, which is the rights of the students in school. In addition to other rights and subject in the limitation prescribed by law and regulations, students and pupils in all schools shall enjoy the following rights. The first one is the right to receive primarily through competent instruction, relevant quality education in line with the national goals and conducive to their full development as persons with human dignity. Students has the right to have a good instruction, relevant or having to do with matter under consideration, quality education, and conducive to lead their full development as a human. Second one is the right to freely choose their field of study subject to existing curriculum and to continue their course therein after graduation, except in cases of academic deficiency or violation of disciplinary regulation. Student has the right to freely choose their field of study. That's why we have now free to choose our course until we finish it, except if we are field or we have something deficiency of our grades, which is our grounds or which is the grounds for us not to graduate. So until we pass those subject that we are failed. The third one is the right of school guidance and counseling services for making decision and selecting the alternatives in field of work suited to his potentialities. So the student has the right to ask guidance, counseling services if they make a decision. And the school shall provide something that is suited to the potential of your students. The fourth one is the right to access to his own school record, the confidentiality of which the school shall maintain and preserve. So that's why we are free to access our grades every time the exams are finished. So we have the right to ask for it. So the school will keep those grades confidentially. So except if we are the owner who requested it. So we have the right to ask our grades. The fifth one is the right of the issuance of the official certificates, diplomas, transcript of records, grades, transfer credentials, and other similar documents within 30 days from request. So if we ha- we have to choose to transfer, so we have the right to request our credentials. So within 30 days, so the school are obliged to release our requested credentials. So in some other schools, so they issued the requested document at least 15 to 17 days. So based on my experience. And for the sixth one is the right to publish a student newspaper and similar publications, as well as the right to invite resource persons during assemblies, symposia, and other activities of similar nature. So during high school days, so some school has their own school newspaper publication in where the teacher who is in charge mold the students' knowledge in writing a newspaper. So the students also has the right to invite the knowledgeable person as a speaker during the assemblies and other or any occasion. So except if the students are in charge to that occasion. And the seventh one is the right to free expression of opinions and suggestions and to effective channels of communication which appropriate academic and administrative bodies of the school or institution. So as a student, so we are free or we have the right to express our opinions, so we can give our suggestions that might help our school to provide something that is relevant for our academic performance. Is the right to form, establish, join, and participate in organizations and societies recognized by the school to foster their intellectual, cultural, spiritual, and physical growth and development, or to form, establish, join, and maintain organizations and societies for a purpose not contrary to law. So students has the right to create or to form any organization that is organized by the school to improve their holistic approach, not contrary to the law. So, for examples, in any universities, so they have a lot of organizations. So, some of organizations are for spiritual, and some are for the physical or emotional organizations. The last one is the right to be free from involuntary contributions except the if it is approved by their own organization or societies. So we have the right not to contribute any involuntary contributions or if it is not necessary except if it is agreed by our organizations to contribute. So we have the right to decline those contributions. That could be all. Thank you.